Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish.
This is
The Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish. This is the Petri dish. There's something growing in here, and it's my resolve against that which would seek to destroy me. So far, that's only myself. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, your host, Bobby Benedict. It's just me, myself, and I today. The roommates are all engaged otherwise, and I didn't book any guests because, boy, have I just been taking it easy. As you may have heard from last week's episode, I was just going through a little dip. Going with, a little dip down into the sad feelings. And I'm not going to say that's all resolved and everything. Of course, there's always some fun internal conflict out to wreck my mood, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I know where my peaks and valleys are, I guess. And so when I get to them, I know not to worry, and I know what I need to do to self-soothe or to get myself back out of the pit. But again, that always seems insurmountable from the outside. And so all of my friends who are slowly getting more close to me as our time together grows are, they get worried for my health and safety, which is wonderful. Mental health is important. Reaching out and being there for your friends also equally important, which I've just been a bad friend in general. I'm not the best at it. And we can talk more about that later. I've got other stuff to talk about right now, but I just want to say to all who have been there for me for pretty much anything I've been through for the past few weeks, thank you. It has been a journey. I am bouncing back, focusing more on the music, sitting around in my house, demoing things, and getting the feelings out. And so it's good. It's good. I've been just writing, recording, making little drum samples, if anything. Just trying to get my mind creatively flowing still in a way that is comforting to me. Because sometimes the act of comedy is not comforting to me. Which is why this podcast increasingly gets less and less funny. Because I am realizing that though I am a funny person and a good comedian, I don't want to be a clown forever. Pagliacci can suck a dick. But I am an entertaining person, I think. I believe that is my lane, to just be generally entertaining. So, who knows? 3 years of this podcast is coming up. Maybe things will drastically change again like they did last year when I switched everything over to being the Petri dish. Trying not to do the whole dump everything that I'm doing and start over again like I frequently do. Because I think that's an unhealthy coping mechanism that I've picked up to just, I guess, cut and run, which some would say that is... It's a coping mechanism that they need to learn, and I need to stop doing it so much. I need to be able to plant roots and trust those around me to still be able to not pick up the slack, but I need to be able to extend myself beyond just myself. And it's hard. It's hard to do that sometimes because I have spent so much time being forced to, cut and run, growing up in a military family. And so that feeling is still in me when I tire of a place or when I tire of a situation I'm in. I think I know I can start over, and I know that I can be more value somewhere else. And so I'll remove myself from a situation and then just call it good. But I think Reno is the first place that I've been that me cutting and running from my past has actually seemed to cosmically come back, and specters from my past have have slowly revealed themselves, either emotionally or physically, in the fact that, like, things that I forgot about that I thought in myself I had buried and left behind. I've been recently digging back up and going, oh, this is why I have no self-esteem. This is why I think like I'm a piece of shit that's unlovable. And, going through that and going, that's dumb. Now instead of this weird heartstring going straight from me into the ground into a place I can't justify or even think is, I don't know, relevant? Where was I going with that? Let me extract this metaphor a little better. If all of my being is various cables of my past attached to my heartstrings, a literal string to my heart, there are pieces of me that I can no longer account for that are still affecting me. And so I have been taking the time in therapy and taking the time in my self-care to dig around the dirt and the earth going, where does this cable go? And I have finally figured out, I think, one of the last pieces. And that's good. It's comforting. It's still a lot to work through. It's a lot to go back through and go, this isn't me anymore. And I need to reconcile the fact that I am so much more than an amalgamation of everything from my past, which is what I always say. I always say that people are just, a book written by all the pages from their past, and maybe it's still being written, but wherever you're coming in at, that's where the story is. But I feel like people are so much more now because there is subtext that you will sometimes miss in your own story that just needs someone else's eye to go, maybe you should look at this. Maybe you should ask yourself why you act like this. And so, that's what I've been doing, in order to not get too into the gritty details of what I'm doing with myself in therapy. I have slowly been digging through those tied up metaphorical heartstrings and finding where they're attached so I can either sever them or, reconcile and, I guess, work through it, which is, again, severing them. No matter what, I'm severing these things so I can tether them to other things, I think that's the metaphor I'm going with. We all have a allotted amount of heartstrings, and you must sever the old ones after you reconcile with what they're buried to in order to move on. And maybe not sever, maybe unplug. Okay, here's the metaphor now. Everything in your heart is an 1/8-inch plug like a guitar jack, and you have to be able to uncover whatever electronics underground that you're connected to so you don't break the output connection. How's that? There you go. That's the fucking metaphor for you. God, I really hate that I work visually like that, and I do so much in an audio medium. I'm gonna collect myself and come back, guys, because that was a stupid fucking metaphor, but it was wonderful. I left the 2-beat fucking.
Are we on tempo?
Yeah, now we are plugging along at 151.58 BPM. Anyway, guys, me and Nick are back, and by me and Nick, I mean I'm back, and Nick happened to show up at the perfect time, so now I can have a guest on the podcast.
A guest.
Yeah, and by guest, I feel like you and Austin at this point are just co-hosts.
We're people who show up back home when you happen to be recording.
Yeah, you guys are part of the Petri dish as a whole, since technically the house is named the Petri dish, and I co-opted that for the podcast after Post-Nuclear Reno wasn't a thing anymore. And by wasn't a thing, I mean I ended it. I don't know why. It's like, season 3 is over. We didn't get picked up by the network. No, I just said fucking enough of this. And now we're here. I was talking about some sort of metaphor about heartstrings. I don't know. Yep, that was the intro. There you guys go. Hopefully it was enough. Whatever metaphor I was talking about. Oh, fixing myself. I think I finally found that last little piece of fixing myself to kind of just dig through, self-esteem and all that. And now I'm transcending beyond all the things that I used to think into a new world.
A whole new world.
Yeah, the autumnal equinox just started. We're in a new season.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good phrase. Autumnal equinox.
Yeah, it sounds way better than it's fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm just like, yeah, fuck yeah, autumnal equinox. Way more syllables, sounds way more poetic, because, You know? Autumnal Equinox sounds like a manic pixie dream girl you could fall in love with.
That would be a great stripper name.
Autumnal Equinox? You guys heard it here. If you're going to become a stripper, take Autumnal Equinox. Yeah. Mostly because I would love to see the DJs try to pronounce it.
Autumnal Equinox. Welcome to the stage, Autumnal Equinox.
There's like a Death Cab for Cutie song starts playing. She dances all sad.
The drunk businessman can't pronounce her.
They can't. She's just got she's got a full scarf. She's got like 7 scarves.
Oh, it's like the fan dance or the scarf.
She's got scarves.
It's got the dance of 1,000 scarves.
She just spills hot tea all over the ground.
Oh, no.
It rolls around in it.
Autumnal Equinox. Be careful with your tea.
Yeah, Autumnal Equinox. I feel like Autumnal Equinox knows to put the tea, at like a certain temperature so that it's not... She probably has one of those electric kettles that gets it to the right temperature.
I think Autumnal Equinox is more of a hashtag PSL girl than a... than a tea girl.
I see you, Autumnal Equinox. You do you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge.
She has Ugg boots.
I'm also right about to be in that PSL season. Yeah. Starbucks is right on my way to work, and I now have the Starbucks app. 2 very dangerous things.
Why?
Because I was getting Starbucks all the fucking time, so I figured I should probably at least get the app so I can get something out of it every once in a while.
So do you hate small businesses? Is that...
Yeah.
Is that okay? No, I'm fine with that. Every year I get one hashtag PSL at the beginning of the autumnal equinox season.
There you go.
And I haven't gotten that yet. And I need to go and get one to remember why I don't get them.
Because they're too good?
They're kind of gross. They're not great.
How dare you?
They taste a little chemically. And I don't really like them. They don't taste that great.
I get that.
I guess I'm not basic enough. I'm a little too acidic.
God, I feel like I'm just such a little bitch.
Why is that?
Just loving PSLs. Can't do car work easily.
What are you, a fucking mechanic? Who can these days?
I don't know.
The engines nowadays are mostly. Oh wait, you have a
old car.
You have an old car.
I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I probably could. I'm just afraid of fucking it up, which I think I just got to stop being afraid of fucking it up.
It's already fucked up. So
yeah.
Really
I just feel like how many times a day can I have to convince myself I don't believe in gender roles specifically so that I can subvert them accidentally? You know what I mean? Like, how many times can I just be not good at something and then go and being like, that's because I'm unconventional, rather than just like, I'm pretty fucking dumb. Yeah. I like to pretend that that's what it is.
Our generation really hasn't had to go out and learn all these other skills. Because, I don't know what your parents were like, but my parents we make enough money to hire somebody to fix this. So, yeah, we're not going to really have to teach you. And they assumed that myself and my brother is going to make enough money that we'd be able to hire people as well. And I'm not. My brother's probably good.
Yeah, my dad was the opposite, but he was also just bad at stuff. We would try to do stuff, we would halfway do it. That's about it.
Yeah, my dad also not great at doing things.
I feel like that's just the reality. I feel like nobody is actually ever good at stuff, but as long as you're stubborn enough to be like, I'm doing it, it'll all work out.
All my grandparents, great at doing stuff. Like my maternal grandfather was out mowing the lawn and fixing shit until he was 83, and then it was just a strong downturn and he died.
Yeah, he was like, well, now I got to spend a week in bed and my heart's gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I accidentally shit a kidney the other day, so I don't have much time left.
Yeah, I can't swallow anymore for some reason.
I feel like my esophagus is no longer attached, so I don't have... the clock's running out. Shit, man.
He had a major heart attack and then came back from it long enough to get him and my grandma moved into a nursing home.
Fuck.
And then he died.
That's commitment.
Right.
I hope to be... I think that, I feel like we're coming back to that.
Yeah, we have to. Look at you and your fucking chickens.
That's true. And that's why I think, slowly but surely, I will... stubbornly will myself into becoming apocalypse ready, like a fucking Dust Bowl farmer who's I guess nothing's gonna grow, so I'm gonna just fucking cry into the dirt until something happens, and then miraculously your family doesn't die or whatever.
That's why, thank God for YouTube right now, because I'm learning anytime I need to fix something or do anything basic, I YouTube it, I learn how to do it, and then I suddenly have more knowledge on how to do just basic shit that I should know how to do anyway.
Yeah. Mad shout outs to Red Poppy Ranch, Engineer 775, and Alfie Aesthetics on YouTube, teaching me all the things I need to know about building an entire house from the ground up in the middle of nowhere, random things for when the grid goes down, like how to build a non-electric water heater coil. And also Alfie Aesthetics for teaching me how to forage in the wild for delicious plants.
Also the MRE guy.
Yeah, Steve, 1989 MRE info.
That's going to be very useful once the apocalypse happens and you just stumble upon an old pile of MREs.
I feel like in Nevada, that would be the place to do it. Like, we just go to an old depot down in the desert.
Old Depot.
You just burp Old Depot?
I did.
Hell yeah. Oh, good. Yeah.
So, Andrea, when are you going to come and pick up your water
Andrea, come get your fucking water bottle. Still got so much water in it.
Oh, that's urine now.
Oh.
Ew, no, that's vodka. That's always been vodka.
She just had nothing but vodka in there. Andrea, you fucking alcoholic.
Or gin. No, that's gin. This is more of a juniper berry smell. Unless they don't make juniper.
That's just what her breath smells like. It is water in there. She's just such an alcoholic.
Oh, Andrea.
Andrea, get better. I know we were worrying about me a week ago, but now I'm worried about you.
Hey, Andrea B. Andrea, be better.
I hope she never listens to this. Oh, shit. Let's see what else is going on. I can't fix cars. I don't know if I can do home repair, and I'm terrified to find out because the pipe that is in the wall attached to my toilet is leaking.
The only thing that should be leaking behind your toilet is you.
Okay, step one, I'm not pissing behind my toilet.
How do you use toilets?
In the bowl? So glad I don't clean that bathroom.
Neither does Austin.
He's going to love the fact that he got mentioned in this episode, too.
I think I might clean it this month.
Do it. Yeah, God. Like, I don't use mine enough to actually even clean it, like, once a week. So I think I am about at once a month. Because I'm just like, why would I shit in my toilet here when I can do it at work twice?
Yeah.
You know?
That should be an aphorism. Like, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. A turd at home is worth two at work.
And so that's where I'm at. But I also noticed there's mushrooms growing from under the molding. So I think there is a leak in my wall in the pipe that I can't shut off unless I shut off the main water. So I might have to shut off the main water, pull out my toilet, cut open the drywall, in the very least put some like Mighty Putty or some shit on the pipe, because it's not like spurting out. It's just like a little steady
a little
drip or something. And so yeah, I'm gonna see if I can give home repair a crack. If I can build a chicken coop, but I can't fix a car, maybe home repair is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
I'm useful at I have to be useful at something, right? I can't just be totally fucking useless. I can only bake bread and have chickens. Come on, I can do better than that.
Still a lot of stuff, though.
Yeah,
you could homestead.
I could. I forget how many things I'm actually decent at until I forget.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself.
Well, no, it's just like, especially when I was thinking about the other day, I was like, I don't fucking want to do stand-up anymore. And all the other comedians were like, oh, no, don't quit stand-up, you're so good at it. And I was like, yeah, but I'm way better at other things, you know? Like, why would I keep doing the thing that I don't care about and I've been doing for less, you know?
Yeah.
West was giving me a pep talk last night. Well, he wasn't giving me a pep talk. He was saying every other comedian that's ever been through here is too lazy. So that's why no one is going to come. No one's ever going to make it out of Reno, because we all are just too lazy to be going out every weekend like we should be and touring around like 2 times a month.
Well, first, thanks, West.
Yep.
Second, what the fuck does he know?
He knows all about it because he's seen everyone fail, and so that's obviously the blueprint for knowing things. It's just being around people who have failed a bunch.
Huh. All right.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, what a great encouragement for me to keep doing comedy.
Yeah,
I was
at
like,
this random bar that failed at comedy.
many times.
Yeah. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, so that didn't help at all, so I've just been doing nothing but music for the past few days. Because, man, fuck comedy. I was even saying earlier, like, I'm much more of just an entertainer than I am a comedian, so I could just, oh, God, do I not want to anymore. Maybe just focus on some screenwriting, do some little sketches and stuff.
Yeah.
But, man, I just can't fucking do the regular stand-up anymore. I went and did songs yesterday. I wrote two. I went two. I did the two fairly mean-spirited ones. The audience that was there fucking loved it, and so I was like, "Oh, dope!" Even when I do something last minute, it's still better than my normal stand-up. Cool. So, fuck stand-up comedy, and fuck all of you for doing it and encouraging me. Just kidding. I'll probably still do it every once in a while, but only when I get too lazy to carry an instrument around. Which will probably be soon enough. I think I might just get back into more of the singer-songwriter, going up acoustically a bunch of places, and not just at the fucking open mics, like booking myself in weird places that just need like background music or something, because fuck, man. No one ever wants to pay a comedian. People will pay someone with a guitar for no reason.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah.
They don't really... Yeah, people think that just because... they make their friends laugh or their family laugh or whatever. Like, I know jokes that I read off of Reddit, so, why should I pay you to tell jokes or be funny or anything? It's not very valued right now.
Yeah, and I feel like it'll continue to be undervalued as long as everyone keeps pushing this whole, comedy is sacred, your words don't matter, I'm just a comedian, I want to say the N-word too much, fucking every comedian is so fucking rock hard for free speech, yet as soon as somebody gets dinged for saying something bullshit, they're like, we're just comedians, don't pay attention to what we say, and I'm like, fucking pick a lane, you pieces of shit. Do something. Either say your words matter and be able to defend them instead of having to devalue comedians or people that use their fucking words, or just admit that what you're doing is bullshit and that we shouldn't pay attention to you ever. Pick one.
Yeah, I think the whole free speech angle is valid, but you also have to be willing to put up with the consequences of whatever you say. Yeah. Say whatever the fuck you want. But if people get pissed off at you, you have to own up to that shit and own up to what you said and the meaning behind it and everything. Like, you can't just say all of a sudden, oh, no, just you can't attack me, free speech, blah, blah.
You can't take the things I said out of context. Why not?
No, you said a shitty thing, so we're going to treat you shittily. Just fucking deal with it. If you didn't want to deal with the consequences, then don't say the shitty thing. Yeah,
I've said so many shitty things on this podcast because I know only people that like me listen to it, and I can get away with it. And it's just if someone called me out, I'd be like, yeah, I probably shouldn't make fun of the Jews anymore. That's my example. Not that I've said anything outrageous, but hey, Jews, you're doing all right. Looking cool, looking sharp, except for that Ben Shapiro. Fuck that guy. He said rap wasn't a real art form because his dad went to music school, and music needs 3 elements: rhythm, harmony, and melody, and rap only has one of the 3, so it doesn't count as music. And I was like, fuck off.
Has he never heard of Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Apparently.
Plenty of harmony in that.
Nope, not enough. Doesn't count as real music.
That's such a 1984. I'm going to choose a different year, 1987, because the context.
That opinion is just so dated that you're like, whoa, someone still has it. That's great. But you could say that about a lot of things currently right now. Be like, whoa, people still think the Jews are a problem. I thought we solved that 60 years ago. I've been joking when I make fun of them.
I know. There's so much weird shit right now. I thought we were that was the whole Trump in 2016 and all that. People are still surprised, holy shit, all of this is still actually happening and people still hold these views. At least it was brought out into the light.
Yeah.
But it's I was surprised that so many people that I know that in my family, my friend circle and everything hold those racist and backwards and idiotic views still. No, I thought that's when I realized, no, these people are cool to me because I'm fucking white. Yeah. Like I get to have the normal, regular person them without the racist spin to it. Like, oh, they're decent people until they get around minorities or poor people and all that shit. It's just,
yeah,
it's fucking sad to realize that people that you like are just complete shitholes, and you can't like them anymore because they're shitholes to other people that you do like.
Yeah, and that's what's happened with, like, a lot of the people that I knew, is they all enjoyed me because I was raised white, and I'm very, from the outside, I'm very pulled myself up by my bootstraps, which is the narrative, like, conservative people love to fucking toss out into the world. Like, they worked hard, and now they got all their dreams coming true, which is fucking stupid. Do you know how fucking lucky I am every day? I have an absurd amount of luck, and I'm still only doing okay. Which is fucking crazy. If I was all the way fully white, I would be fucking killing it right now. But I'm not. So I'm just doing better than most of my white friends. But that's about it. It's not enough. It's not enough for me. Because my bootstraps... In fact, the whole bootstraps metaphor was supposed to be a metaphor for something impossible.
Yeah, that's
and they keep using it. They keep fucking using it.
Yeah, how the fuck are you going to pull yourself up by your bootstraps? There's no leverage. How can you do that? It's impossible. That's the conservative.
Yep.
They're not great on metaphor or creativity or...
Tide goes in, tide goes out every day without a hitch. Can't explain that.
Yeah, nobody possibly can explain that. Especially not climate scientists, you fuck.
Well,
go be sexually aggressive to an underling, you fucking bill of
I just saw a tweet. Speaking of pedophiles, it was what is it? Greta? What is her last name?
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, Greta Thunberg is the first underage woman that Trump has actually tried to ignore.
Should not have taken a sip right before.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yo, that's so, whoa, awesome. Good job. Whatever random Twitter guy said that. Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Did you see her speech today?
Yeah, where she was just like, how dare you?
Yeah, like,
She's fucking dope.
Yeah. That's just been a year since she did her little
expedition
all alone climate strike, where she left school all by her own, and she just sat out front of school with a cardboard sign all by herself in the cold in Sweden. And a year later, all this fucking madness.
Hell yeah!
So good for you, Greta.
And that's gonna be.
And people are fucking mad at her for, like, what the fuck do you know, 16-year-old girl who wants a future? Bleh.
Yeah.
Just go back to Sweden and make some furniture.
That's what happens when you challenge people's comfort. They, no matter what, individual people would rather have their comfort than your safety. Yeah. So we are willing to literally throw someone under the bus, and by that I mean literally kill them, have them be dead, so that we can still have, like, creature comforts. And so that's the entire thing is, I've definitely done the same thing. I'm not going to help somebody dying in the street if I have to stop my car, Somebody will figure it out, right? Not me. Why would it be my responsibility? And so slowly I'll try to change that view.
Oh, what is it? Like the spectator effect or something like that?
Yeah.
Like there was that
somebody will help,
story.
Not me.
Yeah. That famous news story from like the 60s or 70s where a woman was being murdered, like stabbed repeatedly by someone, and this entire apartment block was like their windows open and we're watching it. And the woman
somebody called.
Yeah, the woman getting murdered was yelling at them, and at some point, like, the murderer ran away because he saw that all these people were watching him. And then he came back to stab her some more because nobody actually fucking called, because like, oh, well, I don't want to be the one who actually called. There's all these other people who are also watching, so someone else will call. And that's what seems to happen all the time. Like, I don't have to have responsibility. Somebody more responsible than I is surely going to do the right thing. Like, no, nobody's coming to help. We are the ones who have to come and save the day. And thank God Greta is standing up to be the person who calls the police.
Yeah, to sacrifice her fucking future. To be like, guess what? I don't get to have a high school education because I got to do this shit. Yeah. So let's fucking go.
And still, there's so many people like, oh, no, someone else will still Someone else will step up.
I guarantee 80% of my family is like, what an annoying child. What does she know? And I'm like,
more than you.
yeah, obviously she has probably read a book more recently than you, so maybe shut the fuck up for a while.
Yeah, and she's doing all this in at least her second language, if not, a third or fourth language that she knows because, they actually value education and learning different languages and other cultures and everything over there.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Yeah.
That's what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
World stuff.
trying to learn stuff. Could you turn off the oven so I don't burn my carrots and garlic? You know what I'm always doing? Just extra stuff. So right now I've got things baking while we podcast. Speaking of being all that we have in the world, I saw a movie on Friday.
What movie?
Ad Astra, starring Brad Pitt. My boss was able to finagle a quote-unquote work trip, so we all just kind of snuck out a little early on Friday so we could go watch a movie because there was 36 seconds of the company I work for. One of our little facilities was a background piece in it for half a minute. And so we got to go watch that. And, very ham-fisted and kind of depressing. The action was totally unbelievable. At one point, he makes a shield out of a part of a spacecraft and launches himself through the rings of Saturn, or was it Neptune? I forgot where he was at. Either way, he uses it as a shield to launch himself through the rings of the planet he was at, so he can get to another ship safely.
Those are giant rocks and shit that are floating around.
That's why he had the shield.
Yeah, but all right.
Yeah, right. So there's a lot of parts where I was like, whoa, all right. But the crux of the entire story, spoiler alert, was Brad Pitt's this mid-level astronaut guy who's helping with space stations and stuff on Earth. His dad was a god-tier space explorer who went out on this project and got stranded way off out in the middle of nowhere with his team because they were trying to go out and find proof of extraterrestrial life and kind of spread humanity further than our current galaxy and stuff.
Spread their seed.
And turns out his dad goes crazy and his spacecraft is up way far away from Earth, sending out antimatter explosions that are kind of just fucking up all of the galaxy. And so they tell Brad Pitt, you got to go kill your dad or whatever, or you have to go talk him down. And then later on it's revealed you got to go kill your dad, and he's like, I'll go do it. And he finally gets up there, doesn't want to kill his dad. Tommy Lee Jones kills himself anyway because he's like, fuck you, bitch, I never cared about you, son. And then he just fucks off into space.
I was hoping that the dad would be Ad Asner.
No, unfortunately Ad Asner was not an Ad Astra. Yeah. Damn it. But so really the entire thing was just he gets up there, his dad was like, there's no aliens out here, there's just a bunch of empty fucking planets, whoop-de-doo, we're all alone in the universe, bye, and kills himself. And Brad Pitt has to go back to Earth, changed hero's journey, lose something that you traveled there for so you can gain a new perspective. And honestly, the last line was so ham-fisted that it really...
What was it?
It was something like... hold on, I want to get the exact quote because I actually wrote it on the board at work today because every day we write fun, inspirational quotes on the board at work only because, I don't know, it's funny. Sometimes they're just depressing shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're movie quotes. Last week I just wrote, "This is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps." The TBS clean version of "This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass." I thought it was funny. And today I wrote, "This is what it was. This is the last line of the movie to wrap up everything." I'm unsure of the future, but I'm not concerned. I will rely on those closest to me, and I will share their burdens as they share mine. I will live and love. That's it.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so spoiler alert. So yeah, it was just it was so hammered home, and it's such the opposite of what the rest of sci-fi has been for so long that I kind of enjoyed it because it's subverting the entire idea that there's life out there and we can't be the most advanced. But it's like, what are the chances we are the most advanced civilization? There's no other civilizations, and we just have to fucking deal with that. We were an anomaly on one planet, and that's it. And so, yeah, it was just the entire idea of taking something sci-fi and just going, look, humanity is all that we get. We can have other planets. We can live on other planets, but we're all that we have. So don't go looking for much else. Learn how to deal with each other, because that's all we got.
You know what? I'm not a big sci-fi guy, but one movie I really did enjoy was Arrival.
Never saw that one.
Where Hawkeye and not Isla Fisher have to learn how to speak to octopus aliens. It is amazing. It's a little slow, but it is. It's all about linguistics and how you learn a language that you've never encountered before, and it's just the ending behind it is amazing. The cinematography is amazing, and the soundtrack also pretty good.
Dope. You see, Ad Astra was, as a whole, a good movie. Amazing special effects. Great cinematography. Acting was wonderful. All of it was great except for the script. The script was like, if you just read the script with bad actors, it is so shitty. It is just so, like, word for word explaining what the fuck it should be showing. And so it's a bad script, but very well done movie altogether after that. So, yeah, it was so strange to see a script that, like, C tier make it to it be an A-list movie through the use of Brad Pitt and special effects. So, also, it was Liv Tyler's in there, and I was so sad they didn't take the opportunity to put I Don't Want to Miss a Thing in the credits.
Somewhere.
It would have made the movie for me. I would have been like, favorite movie.
Worth it.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that was not it. That was not the case.
Or like he could be watching Armageddon while he's in the spaceship or something. Like, when in his downtime, he's just watching Armageddon.
But yeah, after watching that movie, boy, did I have a weekend, because all I was thinking was just like, where does the bounds of human caring end? Like, I know it's different for each person, and we all have to reconcile where our boundaries are socially and, things like that. But me, I feel like I have a very self-centered nature, and then outside of that is just like a dead zone of the people around me where I'm like, they care about me, so I don't need to watch out. And then I care about the people outside of my direct sphere of influence. You know what I mean?
I do not.
It's like a weird Corona effect where the people close to me and around me, I don't worry about whether or not they're doing well, which is shitty. Like, I should care more, and I've been actively trying to work on, like, caring more about the people around me, because, again, the whole idea of we are all that we have, and you should care about the people around you. But I zoom out too much, and I get too big picture, where I think, well, if I'm going to care about this person, I should care about all of these other things, and then I get caught up in that. And that's why I was trying to sign up for Big Brothers Big Sisters, yet I'm like a shitty friend. Like, why am I going to go be friends with a small child when, like, I don't know, I don't even comfort those around me very well? I don't know. And so I don't know where human caring can either extend to, or how to reconcile where to draw those boundaries. It's so strange. And I think it's probably something else I've got to work on. And I guess I'm not terrible at caring about the people around me. It's just I always know I could be doing better, or I'll hold back saying things because I don't want to say the wrong thing, and so I will in turn give no comfort in lieu of any. And I feel like that's the wrong move. Like, I think most people would rather be comforted by someone close to them in whatever way that person comforts people, rather than kind of ignored in favor of self-preservation. I don't know. It's very strange. I've been trying to. That movie fucked me so hard because all I've been thinking is just like, where does my caring begin and end? Like, I know I do. Like, do I care about myself enough? Do I need to care more, or do I need to get less selfish and care more for the people around me, so that I can also know that I'm cared for? Like, however that's supposed to work, whatever the exchange is, and that's the rub right there. Because
it's a hard calculus. It's hard to figure all that shit out. It's because you do need to be at least a little bit selfish for self-preservation, to keep your own sanity, and you can't devote all your energy and time and willpower to helping out people around you, even if it's just a close circle of friends and family and everything like that. But you still need to give them some support. Yeah. But it's just like, no, nobody really has it dialed in perfectly.
Yeah.
It's impossible to do.
I think that's the other thing I'm worried of is making mistakes. You know, like I haven't reckoned with this in myself for so long that I'm so afraid of making mistakes, of any missteps, of being wrong ever, that like I don't try for things that I don't think I'll succeed at, or in the very least things that I don't think I will be able to do a little bit. Yeah. You know, like, that's why I'm so afraid of cracking open my fucking car and figuring it out, because what if I fuck it up? Not even just, like, what are the stakes? I'm out $900 from Craigslist. The thing's already useless anyway, yet still somehow, if I make a mistake, I'll know in myself that's something that I failed at, even though I tried my hardest.
I think it's better to make a mistake with good intentions rather than just being inactive and not doing anything. Like Abelard, it's it's all about the intentions. That 11th century French fuck.
I guess. Shit. Yeah, I've been diving deep into very heavy philosophy topics, thinking they're easily solvable because I'm that kind of asshole. Yeah. Apparently, because I'm just like, are we our brother's keeper? I don't know. Fucking stupid. Where does individuality begin and end? Oh, fuck me. God damn. So yeah, so that's why like Friday and Saturday I was just like, guess I'm just going to get wrecked with friends because I don't want to think about shit anymore. And that was nice.
Yeah.
that was fucking fun. It was not my usual thing to do. Again, because I think I'm bad at having just friends for the sake of like companionship, I guess. And I'm learning how to do that now after so many years. I'm learning how to do that now because every friend that I've ever had has been some sort of creative partner or you know, like something like that. They've either been people I've been in bands with, people I've done theater or comedy, or you know, fraternity people, which like in its own self is a very strange, ritualistic, we're all together because we paid to be here kind of situation.
I keep forgetting that you were a frat bro.
Yeah, which is like, once people remember that piece, it makes a lot of the energy and strangeness in how comfortable I am with how crazy I am make more sense. Because I have such a bro-y energy about me, even though I subvert all various...
I don't know if I'd say like a frat bro energy. You have a party dude vibe sometimes.
Yeah, I get bro-y as fuck.
Yeah, like whenever I see you at a party or a gathering or anything like that, yeah, I can definitely see like, you know, how you could have been in a frat and been like, you know, the life that... I'm trying to remember the Animal House equivalent.
Oh man,
you weren't John Belushi. Yeah, I don't know.
I was a more likable character in whatever was in there.
Yeah, but yeah, you were just kind of bouncing around, being the fun guy of the party. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, I wouldn't say that you're a dickhead frat bro. Like the tiresome Chad sort of.
Yeah, I try not to be because I've seen so many of those. I'm like, I want to have my own fun. Guys, let's go over here. Let's go over here and play Pong or something. You know, like fucking. So yeah, I have that clanging around in me, which makes me so. I guess I don't want to call myself complex because that seems so up my own ass. But like the fact that I went from, like middle school D&D nerd to then like high school theater kid, said fuck that, and then joined my punk band, and then like college became a frat bro. Like there's just so many weird steps that I took where I'm like, all right, cool. Like 3 kinds of nerd, and then just fucking trying to be like cool and punk, and then into just random frat bro, and now I'm back out thinking that I can raise chickens and philosophize on a fucking podcast of my own creation. I guess trying to dissect myself has been exhausting, and living with all the parts that I keep dissecting is a lot more exhausting than just letting them all lie for once. Like, just be where they're going to be. And I think I finally did that this weekend. I just figured, like, fuck all this thinking. I just want to go have fun. I just want to have fun with whoever I am for once. For once in a long while. And not that I don't have fun all the time, but, like, without any expectations, without any...
Looking more into meditation and Buddhism and all that, I've become a lot more imperturbable than I used to be. And I kind of noticed that on Saturday. Like, there's been some weird shit that has come up recently.
Yeah.
And I've been super calm and pretty even-tempered about it for the most part. And then, like, on Saturday... Like, I just kind of realized, like,
oh, I'm not fine.
No, okay, when I saw you on Saturday, like, honestly, I was a little disappointed because I kind of wanted a friend to, like, be weird with and hang out with and just yell about things.
Yeah.
And, like, you were with other people doing other shit, so I just kind of went and did that on my own. But even that, I'm like, in the past, I might have gotten a little upset about that. But on Saturday, I'm like, he's doing other shit, so
yeah,
I'm just gonna go do my thing. But I haven't been. Saturday I got a little upset by how not upset I've been.
You were like, "What? Come on, this should affect me."
Yeah, I should be a lot more worried and scared and trepidatious and concerned about a lot of this stuff, and I wasn't. Like I would feel those things, but then they would just kind of like pass away really quickly so that I could deal with them objectively. And that was a little upsetting. Like, I'm just...
You wanted to sit in it a little more.
Yeah, like, I should probably feel more emotion about this or stew about it more or whatever, and it just wasn't happening. I was just able to deal with it so even temporally and rationally. I'm like, this is fucked up. Like, no, I should be turning over tables and just getting pissed off about shit and yelling at people, but I fucking wasn't. And it kind of sucked. And I'm still a little upset about that. I'm just like, I don't know. I should have like more fucking emotion about these big life-changing events, very personal things that are happening that I don't want to get into here. But like all this shit that's happening, like I should have more at stake than what I'm feeling. But it also feels like it's a good thing. That's what I've been working towards, is being able to deal with these things more even temporally. I'm kind of finally getting at that level. And when I have the first major challenge after acquiring these skills, and I'm like, was it worth it? Like, am I less of a human because I'm not feeling these emotions as strongly or as intensely or holding on to them? Or am I more of a human because I'm no longer holding on to them as intensely?
Yeah. Do you feel, I mean, it's obviously personal growth in a way, but do you feel like you've lost part of yourself, or do you feel like you've just, I guess, tamed that part of you?
Yeah, I feel more like I've tamed it, but I also kind of miss the, the craziness.
Yeah, like when you see a vegan lion, you're like, you used to be so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to be so much more robust.
I guess that's what I've been kind of feeling recently too, is, like I haven't been doing as much meditation at all, and I really should get back into it because, I guess I've been, in my various moods, sad or whatever, but only because I choose to be. Like I was just like, just let me fucking sit in this. I want this so that I can remember it for later, because I might not have this ever again. And so That's why, like, I guess like the past 2 weeks of podcasts has people been like being sad for me or making me try to like move on beyond things. And I'm like, no, I'm fine, because I'm choosing maybe not to be sad, but to sit in these emotions so that I can reflect on them as they were in their fullest state and handle them better in the future. Whereas you've worked past yours to where you're just like, and I let them go and now they're fucking gone.
And when I say that I let them go, it's not like I don't feel things anymore.
But like, it's just...
They happen, and I feel them intensely, and I feel them in the moment, but I'm able to not let them take over my entire body and personhood. I'm able to just kind of... I feel them in my body, then I'm able to see what's happening, reflect on them, and then move beyond them. It's like I don't feel feelings anymore. I still feel all the same shit.
You're able to identify them more.
Yeah, identify them and work through them and not let them take over my life.
Yeah. I was talking with Andrea about that. It was the separation of feelings, thoughts, and actions, and being able to finally parse out what your feelings are. Even though we can't control our feelings, we can control our thoughts partially, and then we can control our actions.
Yeah, you can
pretty much 100%.
Control your reaction to your feelings.
Exactly. And so once you learn better to identify your own feelings, you can then work on the thoughts that come from those feelings, and then work on the actions that stem from the thoughts of your own feelings. And that's the important thing that I think a lot of people lose, is being able to actually connect to their feelings and say, yes, I'm feeling angry. Yes, I'm feeling anxious. Yes, I'm feeling this or that. Now what? Then move on from it. Not trying to get all grand and metaphorical with how you're feeling on the inside. Like, it feels like I'm boiling inside. No, you're angry. You know what that is. Work past it,
Yeah. And you can definitely, like, parse the intricacies of your feelings, like, between rage and torment and anger and all those things. It's good to have, that emotional intelligence where you can identify why you're feeling these different angers and anger towards different things and all that. And you should still feel all these different emotions and everything. It's just you need to learn how to not control them, because you don't want to control them. You just want to be able to not let them take over your life. It's a great thing to feel all these different emotions, even the painful and shitty ones. It's still a part of your life and what it makes to be human and to live life. But there's healthier ways to deal with all this shit and all the happiness and all the beautiful, wonderful, terrible things that happen in your life. And I think that's what's important to train yourself to deal with and to cope with. Not cope. Like to
deal with. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to have in your life, to be able to live life better rather than just stewing in your own shit.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So feel hurt, feel love, feel all of that delightful bullshit. Just, there's a better way to deal with it.
Yeah, just don't let it consume you.
And when you're clear-minded, you feel it so much more intensely as well.
And now that I've identified my feelings, my tweets are off the chain. Been fucking killing it in the tweeting game.
Those beautiful bean footages.
Oh, fuck. I didn't post one yet today. Oh, no. I'm fucking slacking. Oh, no. Guys, you're going to hear a live tweet now of me having to tweet, roll that beautiful bean footage. I almost forgot.
Do you have it saved in notes or something so you can copy and paste it, or do you type it out
I type it out every time.
Fuck yeah.
But what's even better is that my predictive text knows, so now I just have to type roll, and then I can put that beautiful bean footage in one button afterwards.
Thanks, technology.
But now I have to be careful, because I can't type the word roll independent of that, or it will try to put that beautiful bean footage. Like the other day, I tried to type "let's roll" to somebody, and
let's roll that
beautiful bean footage. It's fucking dumb, and I love it. All right. Well, fuck. We've covered all the various things that I think I even wrote out to talk about. But it's autumn. Things are happening for both of us. Savage Henry's coming up for me. Autumnal equinox.
When's Savage Henry?
2 weeks from now. 13th, 14th, and 15th, I believe.
When you and Austin heading down there?
Probably the 13th. Yeah. Got the hotel all ready to go. It's going to be based in Eureka rather than Arcata. A lot of different venues. I get to host that first Thursday.
Nice.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Getting to run a show up there, which, that means I get a little more time. A little more time up top. I think I got 4 things to do during the week.
Nice.
Because I got 3 shows to do. And then 2 years ago, during my first festival, I did a podcast with Chris and Joel. They do like I think it's called Illuminati by Nature. It's a paranormal podcast, and I did it, and none of the audio turned out. So the mine was not released, and I was like, shit! I talked so much about like the ghost portal that used to be in my house in Alaska, and a bunch of other scary shit that happened in South Dakota. Just like talked a fuckload about ghosts, and it was hilarious. Well, I wasn't hilarious. The whole podcast was hilarious. I was spooky, but yeah.
Reminds me, I'm staying in the haunted hotel room for my birthday.
Yes, you're actually going to do it?
Yeah, I already reserved the room and everything.
Are you going to bring like a little recording device so you can capture some EVPs?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, is it a special recording device, or can I just like use a camera?
What you should do is there's an app on your phone that records you when you sleep, so you can like see how well you're sleeping. Get it anyway, because if any noises happen in the room, it'll tell you also. Yeah, because I got that for my bedroom to be like, oh, let's see how much I'm snoring and let's track my sleeping. There's 1 or 2 times where I was like, what is that? What is this? Like, I couldn't quite tell. I was like, maybe I left the TV on and that's something where the volume came up on like a commercial or something. But I was like, who the fuck's talking in my room at night? Like something. It was yeah. Weird. And I was like, maybe it's because I had my window open and you can hear somebody outside or something. But I was just like, But I don't feel like this house is haunted, so I don't think it was a ghost.
I hear that the ghosts at this hotel are supposed to be benign, not friendly. They're friendly ghosts, so they're not going to be evil or try to murder. Or that's just what they tell the tourists.
Provoke them. Provoke a ghost.
How do I provoke a 19th century ghost?
How do you insult people from the 19th century?
Bring a black person.
There you go. I feel like you have to bring an actual black person, because if you just do blackface, they'll think it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Like, a minstrel show. Jolly good fun.
Speaking of blackface, did you see Justin Trudeau's blackface pictures?
His brown face. There were like 3 different times that
he did it so much.
Fuck.
God damn it, man. And that's where I understand some people's like drunk frat boy days, where like you have to do some growing when you go on later on in life.
Yeah.
Some people don't know that black and brown face is wrong. And really, most people didn't think it was wrong until like, I'm going to say like 5 years ago. Like, honestly,
like the early 2000s.
Yeah. Like this, like around the same time, Hillary Clinton was finally okay with gay people. So I'm going to say like 2012. That was when everyone also suddenly realized like, oh, blackface is bad.
It's a
like,
new millennium.
Yeah.
No more blackface.
So like I get it, but also I've never been like, I should do blackface. Like it's just not.
Yeah, I can't recall a time where I thought it would be a good idea, appropriate idea, or even a bad idea. Well, yeah, it would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's just, I never
crossed my mind.
Fuck.
Unless it did and I've forgotten about it, in which case, whoever has my blackface photos, put them online. I don't give a shit. I'll defend myself. It won't be a good defense. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll try. Have you ever done whiteface?
I'm not going to say I haven't, but I might now.
Chappelle's done whiteface.
Yeah, he's done it a lot. Yeah. Titty residue. Fuck yeah. All right, let's see. My music video's out, everybody. Music video for Cheap Carpet is now out into the world. Amazing responses so far. Like, so many people have been giving me support, which is fucking awesome. Like, half the people that I've seen share it, I'm like, I didn't know they gave a shit about my music at all.
It's a fun video and a good song.
Yeah, and so I'm so glad. Thank you. I'm so glad that it's like getting out there. I think there's over 300 views on it as of today, because I put it on Reddit and I was like, what do you think, Reno? Because I got the Jacob Garner, the guy who made the video for us over Labor Day weekend. He just posted on Reddit, Friday before Labor Day weekend, who's like, I got a classic camera who wants to shoot a fucking music video. And I was like, here's a song that I think would be a dope one for this video idea I have. And it was based off an idea I had in the recording studio with our producer Colin. I was just like, I just want it to be a whole music video of me not being able to get my coffee. You know, like I just wanted it to be like the worst day possible, and the entire time I just don't get to drink my coffee. And there was going to be like a weird romance aspect, but while we were shooting the video, I was like, we don't need to have romance in here.
Yeah.
I was like, we don't need that.
The coffee is the romance.
Yeah, the coffee is what I want. The coffee's all I need. And so we just did that instead. And oh my God, so many shots of me getting splashed with coffee. I loved that so much. I just had my two iced coffee maker brewers.
Yeah.
I had both of those filled with coffee and like a big mason jar. And we just went out to downtown and we were like, all right, we only get a couple shots at this. And so we just like slow-mode me getting hit with coffee, or like me singing along, walking down the street, getting hit with coffee.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, while I was still like dripping with fucking coffee, we went to Quentin's house and shot all the little like band practicing
with his
shots
son.
with his yeah. And it was so funny because Jesse was in Greece over the weekend. We had this, and I was like, well, we can't shoot parts later because we want to get this video out, and it's going to be a while. So we just fucking let that roll. We just put Jesse Went to Greece on the drum set and fucking shot it anyway. And I thought, every part of that video was accidentally hilarious while also planning on being hilarious in a different way. And I love that it came together like that. Especially the weird fisheye of me in the shower, just like hitting myself in the face.
Well, fully clothed.
Fully clothed, yeah. That was the weirdest part. Because I was like, I don't want to get naked for this scene, but I do want to be in the shower. And I think it'd be funny if I'm just like...
Yeah, not even awake enough yet to take off your clothes.
He was like, sing the words. I was like, I can barely open my eyes. The water is hitting me right in the face. He was like, sing the words. And I was like, all right. So during the shot, I'm just sitting there like spitting out water every other word. I'm like, just suffering. And it made it in, and I'm so glad. So yeah, guys, check out the music video for Cheap Carpet by Sad Giants, out now on YouTube. Give us some views. Tell us if you like it. Share it around to your friends. It would mean a lot to me because, honestly, Jacob did all that shit for free. He did it for free, and the only thing I spent money on that weekend was coffee, specifically just so we could have the coffee cup. And also Luke's 40 for doing the pee scene.
Did he bring his own charcoal?
He brought his own charcoal. He fucked up his own clothes, and he rolled around on a homeless guy's bed for that ending shot. So, like, fucking props to Luke Westberg.
Way to go, Luke. For
bringing his A game for that character. Honestly, like, that was going to be a way smaller part until he showed up and brought it, and that's when it was at that point I was like, man, fuck the romance part. Like, I just want a bunch of these shots with Luke. Guy. I just want Luke to be the fucking focus. So, yeah. I'm so happy with how that turned out, just because it's ridiculous, and I'm ridiculous half the time. So that's where I think my lane in comedy is now. I just want to do goofy things for my serious things, fun videos, weird sketches. Maybe I'll start a fucking TikTok. Who knows? But I don't know. I'm switching things up. New season, soon to be a new year. I've fucking taken a lot of time to change this year, so I'm hoping 2020 I'll just start off better than ever and really make 2020 a good decade. Make it better.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. I'm going to be turning 30 that decade. We'll see how that goes. 3 years left in my 20s. I got to make them count. Right?
Yeah.
Let's see what else is there. Nick, got anything to plug? Got anything going on?
Let the Right One In at Good Luck Macbeth premieres October 4th and runs through October 26th. Come see me be a Swedish police commissioner who hunts down a Swedish teenage transgender vampire.
Spoiler alert, his kidney gets bitten out. Or at least ripped out.
Out, yeah. We're not sure it's going to be my kidney or my intestines, but something is going to be ripped out of my body, and I fight a vampire at the end. It is fucking awesome.
I'm excited to see it. I might have to take multiple people to see it. Just be like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Want to go see a play?
Yeah. It honestly is going to be a sweet fucking play.
It's running for the whole month, right?
Yep, yeah, October
yeah.
4th through the 26th. Tons of shows in there. You can go to goodluckmacbeth.org or net, or on Facebook at Good Luck Macbeth, and tickets and all that shit are available. I have no idea how much tickets are. $15 to $20 probably. There's one matinee on the 13th. You can come and see it on my birthday on October 17th. And afterwards, I will go and stay in the haunted hotel.
Hell yeah.
What else? Do I have anything else coming up? I don't think I have anything else. That's kind of like my big thing. And I don't have comedy shows or anything. I haven't booked anything because of this thing. I haven't even really been able to do open mics because of rehearsals and all that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Go see. I auditioned for other shows at Good Luck Macbeth for their 2020 season, and there's a couple that I really hope I get into. I had my audition on Saturday, and they have a show called Puffs. That's is
that the Harry Potter one?
Yeah, the Harry Potter parody. I don't know if they have a Hagrid counterpart in there. If they do, I want to be fucking Hagrid.
Fuck yeah.
My students in Japan for a while referred to me as Hagrid. Because when I went over there, I had really long hair and a bushy beard, and they kept asking me to say, "You're a wizard, Harry," and I didn't know why for so long. And they're like, "Because you sound like Hagrid, or you look like Hagrid, you look and sound like Hagrid." And they're doing Cannibal the Musical.
Oh, fuck.
I'm not a musical guy, but I really want to be in that.
Hey, there was the butcher who doesn't sing anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe you could be him.
I want to be the guy that just goes, "You're all doomed,
Doomed.
doomed,
Doomed.
doomed," and that's it. I would be in it for like 30 seconds, and that's it. But still, there's a lot of good theater around town. Go check out theater in Reno. There's also Reno Little Theater and others that I should probably remember.
Oh, shit. Actually,
Bruca.
Yeah. On Friday, when I was doing karaoke, as I've been doing, I've just been fucking around and doing like Broadway songs. And there was like a group of people from the Reno Little Theater that were eating that shit up. They were just like, "Who are you? Why are you doing this?
Should have fucking auditioned,
Why aren't you
man.
doing plays?" And I was like, I like doing this.
auditioned.
I like fucking around. But also, like, thank you for thinking that I'm worthy of coming back to the theater. I do miss it.
You should have fucking auditioned, man.
I should have, but I'm just so
It's a year
trepidatious about trying the new things,
Honestly, I'm enjoying the fuck out of doing theater again. It is so much goddamn fun, and it's all fucking positive and just building each other up and being just amazing. And that's what I kind of miss from doing stand-up. Like, that's how it felt like when I first started. And the past couple of years, it hasn't felt like that at all.
Yeah.
And it sucks, and it's great being back doing fun shit with fun, creative people.
And that's...
Also, the Rugby World Cup is going on right now. So it's in Japan this year, so all the matches are at like 11 o'clock at night or 3 in the morning, which sucks because I really want to fucking watch this Rugby World Cup, but I'm just like, I'm just getting up too early to, But tomorrow night, I'm going to go watch Fiji versus Uruguay at 10:15 p.m. at some sports bar.
Let's go to Bullies and just...
With some of my castmates from Let the Right One In, and it's gonna be. If anybody, when's this coming out?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, if anybody wants to catch it, 10:15 p.m. somewhere in Reno, give me a holler, and I won't tell you where we're going.
He will ignore you.
No, you can come along too. It's gonna be a good time. I was gonna watch Russia versus Samoa at 3:15 this morning, but I already know I'm going to fall asleep. Probably in like an hour.
Oh, rugby.
Did I ever tell you that when I went to grad school up at UBC in Vancouver, a friend of mine was at the law school up there, and he invited me to play on his intramural rugby team.
I did not know that.
With law school people, law school students, and so I played rugby with them for a season, and then we got to play a match against the local police department. So I got to tackle both lawyers and police people.
Hell yeah!
And it was worth it. I got that. It was definitely worth it. I had to run a lot. and I bled a bit. But yeah, I got to tackle lawyers and cops.
Hell
Canadian lawyers and cops.
Well, they're probably nicer.
Yeah, they were a lot nicer about it. Like I played football a little bit in high school, dropped out so I could try out for a play. And I was so used to like American football rules that I tried to block people, and you can't do that in rugby. And I had a Canadian police officer very kindly and sternly remind me that we can't block people in rugby. And it was so angry and nice at the same time. Like, yeah, I like this place. I want to stay.
Hey, you can't go blocking people, bud.
Like, hey, this isn't American football. What are you doing there, buddy? Like, I'm sorry there, buddy. Because by that point, I also had a Canadian accent.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going to get my finger out of my ass.
Pull your finger out of your ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I should get my finger out of my ass.
Figure it out.
Yeah, sorry about that, bud. I want to get some poutine and the Molson later.
I might try to rewatch all of Letterkenny. Be fucking worth it.
And that's all I have to plug.
Hell yeah.
Rugby and plays and asses.
Man, like, I was really thinking about trying out for the musical, even though it would have been last minute. But at the same time, like, if I'm going to focus my energies into anything, I want it to be me making something from the ground up myself. You know, whether that be actually finishing off this fucking script for the web series or writing my own musical.
Yeah.
It would be so fucking fun.
Hong Kong Walt Disney the musical.
No, it will not be that. But it would be something. I don't know. Because I feel like now that I've realized that I'm good at both regular songwriting and kind of comedic songwriting, I can kind of interweave the two to make a decent musical if I so choose. But I have not chosen because I don't know what the fuck to make a musical about, I guess, except for all the strange philosophical things we've been talking about. Honestly, I feel like I can make a musical about anything.
Do Abelard the musical.
No.
Oh, come on. It's great. He has a crazy fucking life story. A genius student who falls in love with a nun, gets excommunicated, then has to get castrated, and is just...
And then just sings falsetto the rest of the show.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Abelard. Yeah. You got a lyric right there. You got a song right there.
You know, I guess it wouldn't be any weirder than fucking Hamilton, so I'd probably pull it off. Not that I'm any fucking Lin-Manuel Miranda, but boy, that was a weird move for him. Yeah. He was just so jazzed about Hamilton, though.
Yeah, didn't he just read a book while he was on vacation? He's like, yeah, this will make a good fucking musical.
He spent like 6 years writing it. There was one thing, I think it was during Obama's inauguration for 2012. He just showed up. He was like, what's up, guys? None of you know who I am, but I wrote one musical that was decent, and now I'm also writing a musical about the life and times of Alexander Hamilton. Here's a song. And they're all like, what the fuck is happening? And he does the intro song for the musical.
Yeah.
Like the thing
people fucking loved it.
Yeah, but people, they like laughed a bunch. Like they thought it was so hilarious, but he's so serious about it. And so I think it was crazy that he turned it into like the beautiful dramatic play that it is. When initially it was received as like what a fun comedy this is.
Yeah.
A thing about fucking Hamilton. Let's see. What do I have to plug? I don't have shit to plug. Keep listening to my podcast. Like and subscribe. Check out my band, Sad Giants. Check out our 2 music videos we've got up now. Check out Same Problems. Check out You Served US. Those are all the things I'm always doing. You know, I don't have any show dates going on, but I'm still doing a lot of shit all the time. It's just much more digital. Maybe I should fucking do speeches or some shit. Who knows? Any media you're feeling besides Handmaid's Tale?
Angel Olsen. I've been listening to a lot of her. She's coming to Oakland in early December. I really want to go see that concert. She's coming out with a new album. And oh fuck, I just read a book, Nickel Boys. I can't remember the author's name, which is a shame because it was fucking amazing. So yeah, go check out Nickel Boys. Read that shit. It's about a black kid in segregated Florida who was sent to basically like a work camp boys school in the 1950s, and yeah, it just has a crazy ending, and yeah, it's just well written and fun. The author also wrote The Underground Railroad. I can't remember his name, and I'm sorry, I'm blanking on it. Go check those out.
Dope. What the fuck am I into? New Blink-182 album dropped on Friday. I wish I would have had more time to have it be the soundtrack of my weekend, but it was there in spirit. Definitely not my favorite album they've ever put out, obviously, but as they are right now, as the Blink-182, they've become a solid fucking album. I enjoy it. Maybe not front to back. I get kind of bored halfway through, but I'll probably learn to love it, just like I did the last Menzingers record. You know, like I'll just be listening to it enough that it'll fucking grow on me. I still think Pup is my number one, but that's because I have yet to hear the Menzingers album because it's not out till November. But Menzingers did release a new song, Strangers Forever. It's fucking destroying me. I fucking love it. The 3 singles they've released so far from their upcoming album is so great. Fuck, I love the Menzingers. They are everything to me. But yeah, their new song is called Strangers Forever. Has a wonderful music video, and the song itself just fucking hurts, but in the best way. Someone on YouTube described the Menzingers as making you feel nostalgic for relationships you've never been in. And I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly what they do. They narrate whatever they're doing so well that it makes you feel it too. And that's what I fucking love about them. So check out the Menzingers, check out Blink-182, check out Grey's Anatomy. I woke up hungover as fuck on Courtney and Allison's couch hanging out with them. And, they were just fucking watching Grey's Anatomy. And I was like, I forgot I liked this show. It's fucking dope. I think I tweeted about it, too. I was like, Grey's Anatomy slaps. Fuck yeah, it does. Every part of it. Every part of it was so good. I love shitty dramas. I do so much. I think I enjoy things too much. Yeah. I think that's what it is.
It's a good thing.
You know, like I've gotten my whole, like critical eye for things now. Like I was just talking a bunch of shit about Ad Astra, but I fucking loved that movie.
You know what?
It's like I love Grey's Anatomy.
Cynicism is dead. Enjoy things again.
Yeah, I think I'm super into enjoying things. So.
It's fine to be happy about things and enjoy things for what they are. Go out and do that, America and the world.
Yeah, guys, go enjoy shit. We're gonna eat carrots.
Yeah!